Good afternoon, Facebook. How are you guys doing today? Hopefully everybody can hear me on this podcast. Today's April 28th, 2020, and I wanted to go over something really important in regards to the IRS. If you currently have an installment agreement with the IRS, in other words, you had a past due debt that you were paying back to the IRS and we're on a monthly payment plan, a lot of people don't realize is that on March 25th, 2020, so just over a month ago, the IRS has actually suspended all payments between the dates of April 1st to July 15th, 2020. Earlier today, I had somebody call me and they were just freaking out saying, Carlos, I can't make my installment agreement. The IRS, I'm going to be going to default on that installment agreement if I don't make this payment. And they hadn't realized that due to the whole COVID-19 challenges the country's going to, the IRS is actually making an effort to help people survive at least until July 15th by suspending all those payments. So to read it exactly as the IRS is stating, if you currently have an installment agreement and you have a due date that's between April 1st to July 15th, your payment has been suspended. You do not have to make that payment. The IRS will not default any installment agreement during this time frame as well, and that's really important. So you don't have to make those payments, and it will not you will not go into default if you don't make those payments. One of the big things, though, is that I've heard that the IRS may suspend direct debit installment agreements. So in other words, if you've set up an automatic debit with the IRS, they said that they were going to try to suspend them, but there's no guarantee. So what I'm recommending to my clients right now is contact your bank and tell them to cancel that direct debit at least from July 15th. Until July 15th. So if you're currently on an installment agreement, go ahead and just call the bank and tell them that you want to stop those direct debit agreements. So here's a scenario though. What happens, and actually the client that called me, she was on a direct debit and it was for the 28th of the month. Well, that July payment, because it's after that July 15th due date, she would have to make that July 28th payment. So these are payments that are due between April 1st and July 15th, 2020. You do not have to make those installment agreements, whether it's for a current installment agreement or maybe you had an accepted offer and compromise. Those are other people that are making payments as well. Those individuals are actually included in that as well. I recommend if you're currently in that offer and compromise or have one going right now, you may want to talk to a tax professional, maybe want to set up a book an appointment with me and we can kind of discuss them further. I know I got a few clients that are in that process and some have actually completed that process, and we have to be really careful in regards to what we do with that. So again, I'm just going to summarize this. If you're currently in an installment agreement with the IRS between April 1st and July 15th, 2020, those payments have been suspended. If you're on direct debit, you may want to call your bank and stop those automatic direct debits if you can actually get that done. The IRS cannot guarantee that those would not go through. If you have any questions, always feel free to give me a call here at the office. The number is 909-570-1103, or go to taxdebtconsultant.com and you can always either you can do a chat right there or book an appointment there. And always feel free to direct instant message me here on Facebook. And with that, I will talk to you later. Bye-bye for now.